Hello and welcome to today's DPP session. There are 5 questions that we are going to discuss, and in the beginning, I'll show you those 5 questions. I would suggest that you take it in a form of a quiz. Read the questions properly, attempt them with full of your energy, and see how many of them you are getting right. And then only you move forward to listen to the discussion. The first question will take up from this article from the newspaper, Leveraging J&K's Lithium Reserve. Geological Survey of India has inferred lithium reserve in Jammu and Kashmir. And UPSC always has been very interested in distribution of mineral reserve. For example, in 2018, UPSC has asked this question. Statement 2 in this question was, Andhra Pradesh and Jharkhand do not have gold mines. Well, we do have gold mines in Jharkhand. Statement 2 was incorrect. Rajasthan has iron ore mine. This statement is correct. And in India, state governments do not have the power to auction non-coal mines. The statement is incorrect because after Mines and Minerals Amendment Act of 2015, state government do have such power. Coming to our practice question, with reference to lithium reserve, which of the following statements are correct? Lithium is a rare earth metal found in limited quantities in the earth's crust. Lithium is a rare metal, that's correct. But lithium is not rare earth metal. See, rare earth metals are these, yttrium and the lanthanide series in the periodic table. They are heavy metals, and most of the time they are found together in the earth crust, and hence the name earth metal. And initially it was thought that they are very rare because it was discovered very late, so the name was given as rare earth metals or rare earth elements or rare earth minerals. But this rare is a misnomer because their concentration in the earth crust is more than zinc and sometimes even more than copper. Rare earth metals, they are the backbone of electronic industry. Lithium in the periodic table you can see here. It's a light metal, atomic number 3. So lithium does not lie in the category of rare earth elements. And hence this statement is incorrect. Almost all of the lithium requirement of India is met by import from China. See, lithium requirement and lithium-ion battery requirement are two different things. UPSC in 2021 has touched upon rare earth minerals in one of the questions. The statement was, rare earth minerals are present on sea floor of international waters. That is one of the largest reserve of rare earth minerals on Earth's surface, and it's a correct statement. The second statement in our question is, almost all of the lithium requirement of India is met by import from China. Here is a catch. The catch is the lithium that we procure that comes mostly from Argentina and Australia. But the lithium-ion batteries that come from China, almost 70%. Since the statement is saying lithium and not lithium ions or lithium-ion based products, statement is incorrect. Around 67% of lithium reserve is in this golden triangle, covering the country Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. And if we include Peru, it goes more than 70%. And there are reserves in Australia as well. China, as you understand, it exports finished product, not the raw material. So lithium-ion batteries, they are the finished products of lithium, and they come from China, not the lithium itself. Statement 3 here is, lithium is primarily used in the production of ceramics, glass, and lubricants. This statement is very subtly crafted and is a smart one. Lithium is primarily used here. Although lithium is used in ceramics, glass, and to a certain extent in lubricants, but that's not where lithium is primarily used. Lithium is primarily used in lithium-ion batteries. It's the storage industry where lithium is primarily used. So looking with that strictness at the statement obviously would be incorrect, and the answer then would be option D. Lithium reserve being inferred by Geological Survey of India, and there was another article on GSI. Let's take up a question on GSI. The question is this. Consider the following statements. Director General of Geological Survey of India is a subordinate body of Ministry of Earth Science. UPSC has been asking statement like this since beginning. They would give you a body and they will ask you to match that up with the concerned ministry. For example, let's see this question of 2022. With reference to tea board in India, consider the following statements. One of the statement here was, it is a regulatory body attached to Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. But the tea board is attached to Ministry of Commerce. This statement was incorrect. It is a statutory body. The head office is in Kolkata. Answer was option D. Similarly, if you look at this question with reference to Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, consider the following statements. It is a flagship scheme of Ministry of Labour and Employment. The statement is incorrect because it's a flagship scheme of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. The answer here is option C. You will find numerous examples on this line. Look at discussion of 2014. With reference to Bombay Natural History Society, consider the following statements. It is an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Environment and Forest. Since it's one of the largest NGO in the environmental sector, it is not under any ministry. Statement is incorrect. There was another question in 2022 paper. See the second statement of discussion. The National Institute of Urban Affairs is an apex body of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in Government of India. This statement is correct. However, the first statement is incorrect, so answer is option B. So when you do a body or any scheme or any other initiative of Government of India, you have to know the concerned or the attached ministry. Coming back to our practice question, the first statement is incorrect. Geoheritage sites are declared by GSI. This is a factual and correct statement. This editorial is in the context of a new bill that the Government of India is contemplating to bring in the Parliament to increase the power of Geological Survey of India with regard to not only declaring geoheritage site but also getting the possession of relics, also controlling the economic activities in and around the geoheritage sites and other things. Third statement is, presently all construction are prohibited within 100 meters around a geoheritage site. This is a proposal in the new bill. And the Government of India will take some time to contemplate and deliberate on the bill before the bill will be presented in the Parliament. But presently, there are no such provision. Maybe after some time, the statement will become correct once the bill in this form is passed and become an act. But presently, it is incorrect. So presently, the answer is option B. You would find another editorial article in the newspaper, Disturbing Dilation. Untamed inflation risks hurting domestic consumption. The editorial article is based on the theme of controlling inflation. Inflation is one topic that UPSC just loves. It is one area from where the question comes from very high frequency. Look at this question of 2013. Consider the following statements. Inflation benefits the debtor. Inflation, you understand, reduces the value of money. So suppose anyone borrows rupees 5,000 and after a year or two, he or she returns the money. But after a year or two, the value of 5,000 is considerably less. So one who is in debt, it will be easier for him or her to procure that amount of money later on because the value of money has eroded. So overall, the one who is in debt would be in benefit if there is high inflation. The statement is correct. But the bondholders, their return will be eroded because of inflation. So what they earn now, they will be purchasing less goods and services with the same amount of earning. So the answer here would be option A. 8 years later, in 2021, UPSC again asked a similar question. Government of India bond yield are influenced by which of the following? Inflation and short-term interest rates. Inflation will of course erode the return on the bond. Answer here actually is option D. With reference to Indian economy, demand pull inflation can be caused or increased by which of the following? Rising interest rate decreases the amount of money in circulation. If the amount of money in circulation decreases, the demand of course will decrease. So rising interest rate will not increase demand pull inflation, or it will not cause demand pull inflation. So if you remove part 5, you will get the answer as option A. Now let's come to our practice question. Which of the following can be considered as a tool for controlling inflation in India? Fiscal policy, monetary policy, price control, direct distribution of essential commodities. All these 4 are actually done to control inflation in India. Increasing agricultural productivity, trade liberalization, introduction of new technology to increase production. You understand, if agricultural productivity increases, then the supply of agricultural good, food commodity will increase. And hence the supply side pressure will decrease. It will help to handle the inflation. As a concept, this is correct. Increasing agricultural productivity can control inflation. Also with trade liberalization, the cost of service and goods decreases. And new technology, if that increases production, then the cost of goods also decreases. As a concept, these 3 are correct. They can be used to control inflation. But the question is, which of the following are considered as a tool for controlling inflation? Meaning, which of the following are actually used as a tool for controlling inflation, either by the government or the RBI? These are not used as a tool. Of course, they're going to help in controlling inflation, but they are not used as a tool to control inflation. So answer here is option A. I'll show you a similar question from the UPSC paper in 2015. It's from a different topic, but the concept is quite similar. See this question. The fundamental object of Panchayati Raj system is to ensure which of the following? People's participation in development, political autonomy, democratic decentralization, financial mobilization. It is true that Panchayati Raj system does do financial mobilization and it does help in political accountability. But that's not the fundamental object of Panchayati Raj system. It does help in these two, but these two are not the fundamental object. So the answer would be 1 and 3, option C. The same is here. These three does control inflation, but they are not used as a tool for controlling inflation, and hence they will not be taken as answer to the question. There was another article in the newspaper concerning Ladakh. Ladakh, a fragile region, needs autonomy. So let me give you a question on Ladakh. Which of the following factors have contributed to the economic development of Ladakh in recent years? Rather, read the question like this. Which of the following factors have significantly contributed to the economic development of Ladakh in recent years? Development of tourism, increase in agricultural productivity, investment in renewable energy, improvement in connectivity through infrastructural development, extraction of mineral resources. See, Ladakh economy traditionally has been based on agriculture. Agriculture and pastoral practices, they have been the backbone of economy. But the statement here reads as increase in agricultural productivity. Because of difficult terrain, severe climate, high altitude, rugged terrain, lack of development of market, agricultural productivity has not increased in Ladakh. So to say that increase in agricultural productivity has significantly contributed to the economic development of Ladakh would be an incorrect statement. If I tell you agriculture and pastoral activities, they form one of the important area of economy of Ladakh, that would be correct. But there hasn't been any increase in agricultural productivity as such because of difficult condition. Similarly, there are minerals. You have limestone, we have granite, we have arsenic, we have gold, we have other minerals in Ladakh. But because of difficult terrain, difficult geography, extraction of mineral resource is not the cause of significant economic development in Ladakh. But tourism is. Government of India has spent immensely in the renewable energy development in Ladakh. Even in the last budget, there are projects assigned for renewable energy in Ladakh. And there has been huge infrastructure development, especially after declaring Jammu and Kashmir as Union Territory. Recently, the Home Minister, while his visit to Arunachal Pradesh, has digitally inaugurated two of the projects. Srinagar, Sonmarg, Gumri double lane road, and there was a Jhula bridge that was inaugurated recently. Apart from them, there have been recent road projects and bridges that has been taken up in Ladakh. So this statement is correct. So answer here would be option B. Let's take up the last question based on the 10th schedule. UPSC back in 2015 has asked a very simple question. Which of the following schedules of the Constitution of India contains provisions regarding anti-defection? Now let's take a little advanced question on the same topic. With reference to 10th schedule of the Constitution, consider the following statements. There are 6 statements and you have to identify how many of them are correct. The 10th schedule was added to the Constitution in 1985 by the 52nd Amendment Act. It's a factual correct statement. The 10th schedule applies to both national and state level political parties. Of course, logically it should. 10th schedule allows for defection by 1/3 of the members of a political party without attracting disqualification. Initially it was, but as the law stands today, it has been amended to make it 2/3. So the statement is incorrect. The 10th schedule applies only to elected members of the parliament and state legislature and not to the nominated members. But if a nominated member joins a political party after 6 months of taking seat in the parliament or the state legislature, he or she will be disqualified. So in the list of disqualification criteria under the 10th schedule, there's a disqualification criteria for nominated members as well. So 10th schedule do apply to them. The 10th schedule provides for a time limit of 6 months on deciding on a disqualification petition filed under it. There is no such provision of any timeline given under 10th schedule for the chairman to decide on the question of disqualification. However, there's a guideline of Supreme Court that the decision must be taken within 3 months unless there is some expedient reason. However, within 10th schedule, there is no such provision of any timeline. The statement is incorrect. The 10th schedule may be amended by a simple majority. No. It can only be amended by 2/3 majority and the amendment must also be acceptable to half of the states. So the statement is incorrect. How many are correct? 2 of them are correct. Tell me your score in the comment section and thank you for being with me.